In the past 20 years, more than 50 women have been brutally murdered in Chicago. Their bodies left in alleys, vacant lots, and abandoned houses, leaving one research group that tracks unsolved murders to suggest a serial killer may be at work.
So who are these women? Well, up until now, their stories have largely been untold. But as WGN's Tanya Francisco reports tonight, a group of journalism students and their professor are working to change that.
I made a decision that I wanted to, make all the pictures black and white. I wanted folks to see who these women were.
But as you look at them, their names and faces are probably not familiar, even though their deaths were shockingly vicious and violent.
We've got to shine a light on this.
John Fountain is a journalism professor at Roosevelt University. He's also a former New York Times national correspondent and a former chief crime reporter for the Chicago Tribune. Last January, Fountain assigned his students an ambitious project to tell the untold stories of 51 murdered women, all of whom were strangled or asphyxiated, some even dismembered and burned. Their bodies discarded like trash in alleys, vacant lots, and abandoned houses scattered across Chicago. Most of their deaths remain unsolved and unreported on by mainstream media.
That was an emotional experience.
Samantha Latson is one of 16 student journalists who worked for a year tracking down the families of the victims and getting them to open up about their loved ones.
They were thankful that I even cared. It didn't matter that I was a student at Roosevelt.
It gives me hope that something would come out of the articles.
Myrna Walker lost her older sister Nancy 18 years ago in the most violent way possible. She disappeared January 28, 2003, hours before she was to meet Myrna for lunch. But it wasn't until a couple of days later the family realized something was horribly wrong.
She never missed dance, ever, 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 ever.
When Nancy didn't show up to teach her dance class at her Buddhist temple, her family reported her missing to Chicago police.
From go, they treated us like we were nobody.
Nearly 2 months later, Nancy's body was found on the side of the road by a cleaning crew. She had been dismembered and put into 3 black contractor bags. The medical examiner says she had been strangled.
I just want to know why. If you could just tell me why.
The Murder Accountability Project, which first raised the red flag about the deaths of these 51 women, says the pattern suggests a serial killer at work and that many of the women were prostitutes or drug addicts.
Even if they were, number one, that's not true. But even if they were, they are human beings and they have a story to tell.
Nancy was a daughter. She was a sister. She was a businesswoman. She loved life.
And Nancy Walker was caring. 1 month before she disappeared, she worried about another young woman who was missing in California, Laci Peterson.
Every day when my sister and I would get together, she said, Myrna, did they find that Laci lady yet? And I was like, no, they didn't find her yet. Little did we know, that we would be asking the same question about her.
But unlike Laci Peterson, Nancy Walker's disappearance got precious little local media attention, much less the national headlines Peterson was getting. Why? Many have openly argued it's because the 51 murdered women, including Nancy Walker, are mostly black.
We're the America's most unwanted. No one really wants to hear our stories.
Why do you think that is?
1, because we're black, and 2, because we're women.
We understand how people feel, and we want them to know that the detectives are out there and they're doing the best of which they're capable to solve these crimes. And we're looking to do a better job of connecting with the community as well.
Brendan Dinahan is the chief of detectives for Chicago Police. In 2019, CPD created a task force made up of FBI and CPD detectives to review the cases of the 51 murdered women.
We didn't find any connections specifically stating, through DNA or any other connections through investigatory leads stating that all these cases were linked.
They were, however, able to solve 4 cases, but the state's attorney's office felt charges could only be sustained in 1, that of Diamond Turner. The man charged with her murder is also a suspect in 2 other homicides.
So there's always hope. They're murder investigations, so they're never closed.
Professor Fountain doesn't want this to be a story about race, but he says it's hard to ignore the obvious.
And I am convinced that if there were 51 dogs that were killed in the city of Chicago, the city would be up in arms. And we aren't with these women who have been killed. And we have to change that in society to understand that every life matters.
As for Nancy Walker's case, it remains an open investigation. 18 years later, there have been no arrests or new leads. You can check out the website unforgotten51.com to read more about these women. Tanya Francisco, WGN News.